Hi guys, it's Triple C. Today we'll be looking at the RBI Baseball 20 for Android. Yeah, I got the RBI Baseball 14 when it first released. And then later on, I got the RBI Baseball 18. And then I got the 19. And then finally got the 20. I always find RBI Baseball.
Welcome to RBI Baseball 20.
RBI Baseball is kind of the only option you have. Let's not listen to the song. It's kind of the only option you have for baseball games on many platforms. Let's record this on record the screen as well. Many platforms, including PC, including Xbox, including mobile. If you don't want the mobile baseball game where it has a different format than what a lot of us actually like. I like the simple baseball single player game where you can play franchise and season mode where wow, it'd be even better if you can customize players. That's not the case here, but no, it'd be nice to have a lot of players, and which this one have. Well, RBI Baseball 20, it's got all the standard modes, exhibition, franchise, and then you can manage your rosters, where it has constant updates and it has legendary players, things like that. You can play a postseason, all the standard stuff, but this year does have graphical updates, and it's got different pitching style, it's got different batting methods, and yeah, it's got a lot of players, things like that. For example, free agent, where you can see there's see if we can get that without pressing. Is legendary players, things like that. Well, immediately I gotta tell you, I really don't like the way they handle the scroll. Every time you scroll, you're pressing onto somebody and it doesn't scroll right. And something's really weird about this. That's so stupid. Why couldn't they fix it? Even the bar on the side would be nice. Or if you have to select to do something, would be nice. But no, they got everything all there, every function in the single press. You don't know if you get it to the end of the list or not. This is a little bit frustrating, but manageable, so let's not complain too much about that. So here's the season mode, franchise mode, and that's primarily what I'm playing. And RBI Baseball 20, let's get into a game and let's talk about it. I'm using the Toronto Blue Jays, and then today's game is against the New York Yankees. Alright, let's just get right to the point. So there are legendary players and things like that. So I do have some of the historic players within my team. Alright, now that the music is over, let's bring it back up. Okay, so let's trying to focus here. Hang on a second. Alright, I think that'll do good enough. Okay, so for pitching, this time around you get to pitch with different pitches that you get to select, just like a full-on baseball game. So you press the thing, you hold on to it for the meter, and you pitch. So pitching is a lot more fun now because you can do all kinds of strategy now compared to before. Before it's just a simple throw it, hit it, and hoping you have the good luck, and yeah, it's all about timing and position. But now there's strategy involved, so I do like that. That it's really cool. Whoa. And then there is the home run animation now. But then, you know, RBI Baseball, it has always been a problem with RBI Baseball where it's got stuff, but then it doesn't really do any other stuff right. Like this pitching thing, it's really nice. But then it doesn't seem to have a lot of strategies that have already been implemented into the game. For example, some of the pitching style, pitching strategies, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, cutter, hoping for a fly ball, things like this. No, I don't see a lot of that. It's really just a simple, try to keep the pitch low, try to throw it the corner. Usually you'll do pretty well. And, for the first implementation, it's good enough. But then that sort of fall back to the sports games problem where you have a feature and then the feature is, kind of disappointing. You're trying to turn it into a business thing where you only give a little bit and then the next year a little bit more perhaps, and then you messed up a little bit and a year later perhaps really good one, and then that'll run a few years without any changes, things like this. But then of course I'm not saying that's the case. Making video game is not easy, so yeah, perhaps they have their reasons. Now this is the batting. Batting is a timing thing. You sort of have to see where the pitcher is before it pitches. You have to time your swing right to give it the power. So you have to hold on to it, and there's the power, and then you hit it. Ooh, nice. And then you swing at it after you pitch. Then that's that. And the system is okay. You can get used to it. There's the animation again. Now, back to the animation. I find this animation, it's nice and all, but really just that one animation for everyone. So, it's just kind of like not enough. And then the player's animation. Let's not talking about the home run celebration stuff. Let's talk about the players. Like right now, look at that guy, catches the ball, throws it, catch it. That's okay. Right there, that looks pretty good. But then there are scenarios that just doesn't look right. You see, like the animation, it's sort of, okay, imagine all those players are just little points on the screen. And then when the ball hits, all the points to try to, little points, a position player, it's a little point trying to go and catch the ball. Now, I think the way it feels is kind of like that. All of those little dots move along, and the dots have animation on them. So a lot of times, the players are facing one way, but then it's already running the other way. Or, obviously, the animation doesn't show the player catches any ball, but then in the programming, the player catches the ball. I mean, it doesn't handle those kind of animation too well. I mean, you can't really blame it onto the style. That it's something I hope that they will fix. I mean, there's a lot of mobile games sort of like that, and then I don't know if it's a hardware limitation or some kind of developmental limitation, but it doesn't seem to be able to do the animation correctly compared to a full-on PC games or like a full-on console games in the past. And I don't know what that is, but I really wish that they could get that a little bit more correct. So then you can actually provide a lot more immersive experience with the mobile sports games or baseball games at least. So I have to say, the RBI Baseball 20 does include enough, and it's easy enough to pick on and play. So you can play this every day. It can be addictive, but then it's just when you're playing it, you really wish there is something more. RBI Baseball, though, in the past, it's a really straightforward pick on and play kind of baseball game. That had to do with the time period. I mean, back then everything is a lot more simpler. So there we go. Let's get a hit there. Everything is a lot more simpler. There are hardware limitations. You cannot do animation like we can today. You cannot have in-depth stats like we can today. The system or the software is not as smart as we have today with its algorithms and perhaps their AI. But back then, though, they were just for fun, right? Fun baseball game in the beginning days of sports game, video game. Those are cool, you know. That's all right with the limitation. You do the best you can. But now, things sort of go backwards. They look good to a point, but then they look kind of fake. They don't look real. Some of the AAA baseball games, they look pretty real. There's a lot of good baseball games in the late 90s and 2000s. They were limited by the graphical capability at the time, but then everything else, they are very immersive. They felt realistic, and they're not necessarily a simulation baseball game like the show series. They're not necessarily those. There's a lot of them are pretty arcadey and then immersive, and then they're a lot of fun. I think RBI Baseball really should be one of those kind of games, but it's sort of trying to, at first when it came out, you're trying to be one of those retro style kind of games where you just pick on and play, and then yeah, they stick to it for a few years. They're trying to improve it a little bit at the time. I guess mostly on programming. I remember they used to take forever to load. So now look at this. They sort of take RBI Baseball all out of its original intent, which is a simple pick out to play baseball game with all the basic features, franchise mode, things like this. They took that out now, trying to be realistic, but yet the elements of simulation are not done properly. Hopefully, yet. But as far as I can see, it's not done properly, and then that's too bad. I mean, it's still an addictive game. I like it. I'll keep playing it. It's nice, but then I cannot say it's a good game because it really should be a lot better than it is. So my other phones, other than the Zenfone 5Z, none of them can install the RBI Baseball 20. There is system requirement when it comes to, I believe it had to do with Android versions and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not allowed to install it, so it's really hard to do any comparison because, yeah, I already gave the 5Z away. Couldn't just have it here and then do a comparison. But as far as performance goes, on the Zenfone 7, for the most part, it's pretty well, as you can see here. Most of the time, it stays at 60 frames per second. From time to time, there's some stutters. Except from that, I think the performance is alright. I have tried this game on PC. I actually like it a little bit better on mobile. I think it's a little bit more suited for mobile. It does have less celebrations and other animations, or like say things like walkout animation. A lot less than a simulation game like the show series. So the game pace is a lot faster than a simulation game. So at least that is an advantage for the RBI Baseball 20. I like that. You want to play baseball game, but you don't necessarily want to spend 15 minutes to an hour on each game. I mean, somewhere around 20 minutes to a half an hour will be pretty good for one game. If it's even shorter, it would be even better for games like this. But, you know, it's short enough fast-paced enough, and I do like that a lot. It's got all the interesting stats in this game.
Foul ball.
You know what this game can use? The RBI Baseball can really use some gaming music. I mean, it's really not quite a simulation game, but as you can hear, you get audience, and then you get that accordion. You get the audience noise. You get the music from the piano. You get the umpires. What else does it have? For the most part, the atmosphere is kind of boring. You're trying to create a simulation kind of atmosphere, but really this game should be arcade. And as far as how most of the simulation stuff doesn't quite up there where simulation should be, I think it'd be really suiting if you include some memorable music like the original music. Just have it play alongside the game with this fast-paced game. I think that would give it a lot more character compared to the way it is now. I mean, it is a pretty modern game, right? RBI Baseball 20. It'd be nice to have those piano sounds, but really, it's not necessary to have that only, right? To have that only sort of makes it, how do I put it? I mean, in real life, baseball stadiums, they don't necessarily play that only too. You know, they have other music going on. They got, you know, to get people rally out. They have different things or what have you. You can totally implement some of the music. Well, hopefully, music instead of. Ooh, that's not good. Come on, Aaron Judge. Damn. So anyway, so you can implement music easily. Hopefully not one of those songs like, you know, what I'm hearing in here. It implements songs. Oh, I don't like those songs. It really kills the character of the game. It'll be a lot better if it's just nicely made music pieces that you can remember. Like the Power Pro series from Japan, like the RBI Baseball in its early days, even just bring that back with a newly arranged version will be a lot better than the way this game presents the atmosphere. I mean, the last few iterations of RBI Baseball like this, I can sort of accept, but then they always been one of the factors that I find the game really boring, because the atmosphere is not exactly nice. Sort of like same old and only old. Really should include some more interesting stuff to keep you interested, continue playing it. I mean, in fact, let's check it out. What if I put the original RBI Baseball music in this game? Would that suit? Let's check it out. So how is my pitcher doing? Let's see. It's running out of steam. This may be the last inning for him. Guess there's no win yet. Unless with the next inning we can secure ourselves a run, then maybe. Oh no! Alright. Yeah, secure ourselves a run, maybe can be the winning pitcher. Oh. Come on. Yes. Alright, at least it's winning pitcher again.
He's out.
That's part of the original sound. Now we just need some rhythm. Anyway.
That's foul. That's a foul ball.
Oh no! Come on, man. Would it go? No, it's a foul.
That's foul. That's a strike.
That's too bad. Just one run. So there is fatigue. You have to change pitcher. Good thing you don't need to warm out the pitcher first. So changing pitcher substitution is quite easy. Again, with a touch thing, I really don't like the way it is, but whatever. Let's get somebody up there. Let's get. Which inning are we in right now? We're at 7 or 6. We're 7th inning. 7th inning. Let's have. I guess anybody. I just have anybody up. There we go. That's all you had to do. New pitcher.
Strike.
No! Don't throw the wind away.
That's a strike.
Oh God. Come on. It's a foul ball.
Foul.
Alright, what do we got now? Sinker. Nice. Come on. Double play. No, too bad. Just one.
Strike.
No! Home. Didn't get him that one. Another sinker. Oh my god, home. Yes, got that guy. Nice. Alright. There we go.
Foul ball. Strike. That's foul.
Nice. First and third. No.
He's out.
Ah, too bad. Alright, 8th inning.
That's a ball. That's a ball.
Come on.
Ball.
Come on.
That's a strike.
How does he hit that one?
Out.
Alright, anyway. This is out.
Strike. Ball. That's a strike. Strike.
Nice strikeout.
Strike.
Woo! That's a good hit. Defense is automatic, by the way. I don't have to go chase the ball.
Strike. Ball. Strike. Ball. Strike. 3 out.
Nice. Alright. Bottom of the 8th. Let's score a few more runs. Or not.
You're out.
Oh, chance. Guess not. Okay, last inning. Let's get the closer up. That should do it.
You're up.
Game over. So yeah, that's RBI Baseball 20. Look at this. It looks really nice, but unfortunately just not very exciting. If they do something about that, this actually could be a very amazing game. Just before we go, just want to show a little bit something about the stats. Check it out. So for a major league game, baseball game, professional baseball game, one of the most important thing here is actually the stats. So the stats here, it shows everything, most of the things anyway, batting average, RBIs, home runs, things like this. It's a lot of fun for guys that really likes the stats like I do. There's enough stats for the game, so it's satisfactory. So yeah, this is RBI Baseball 20. Thank you very much for playing this game with me. Hope you like this video, and yeah, I will see you next time. Take care.